Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Chrono Trigger. No time for reading and sitting, y'all. Last time, we went through the abandoned sewers, getting lots of helpful items along the way, getting much stronger for the road ahead. This time, we're on the road ahead to Site 32, the next place that we need to go to progress through this continent. Here we go, and oh, this music. Doan gave us that key to the bike. Hey guys, didn't you hear? I have the key to this thing. It's mine no matter what you say. Hold it right there. Oh, bro! Thanks for the intro, boys. Bro! You lowlifes can call me Johnny. I'm the leader of this pack. Some call you Johnny, eh? Now listen up. The ruined highway up ahead's the only road you got. You want to reach the other side? Then you're gonna have to ride. In a race against me, that is. I'll let you use that jetpack, cause that's the kind of guy I am. Don't sweat it, and don't you dare chicken out, babe. I like you. You're the kind of guy that will let me use my rightful property for its intended purpose. I can also tell you're the kind of guy who likes a fair challenge, because if you didn't, you would make me only use the parts of my body too. Mode 7! Look at this! So we're just going to, we can get in front of him, he'll plink right off of us, we'll plink right off of him, we got hitboxes, and I want to point out that Johnny's a tricycle. Any man who can be as cool as this guy is while still being a tricycle is truly a man among men. I'm just saying. I always see those three-wheeled vehicles that look really cool on the road that are all shiny and they're kind of like sports cars. I have no idea what they're called. I always refer to them as badass tricycles. And then there's those ones that are backwards where the two wheels are in the front and the one is in the back. I always call those, oh! Okay, good, I got it. I was worried about there. Then there's always those ones that have the two wheels in the front and the one wheel in the back. I always call those El Cykerts. No idea what they're actually called. Every time I Google badass tricycle to try to find what it is I'm talking about, nothing actually comes up except for actual studded tricycles. I don't know what they're called, but I always just kind of make up my own names for things when I don't know the real word, and it gets me into trouble more often than not. You beat me. I don't get it. Well, you can come and challenge me anytime. We'll ride the wind, babe. You can race him again, or you can walk over this way and choose to cross the racetrack on foot. Looks a little different when the graphics aren't all shiny, wouldn't you say? Triple Mutant Madness! Coming this fall. Okay, well, I guess we'll just deal with you. Firewhirl, no. Everybody is just barely too far away lately for me to do anything about it, and I always think that they're totally close enough, so I just press the A button blindly. It's my own damn fault, though. I can't blame anybody but myself. Marl got a level up from that very long, drawn-out fight. Those things have a lot of health, and fighting three at once isn't really a joke. Now, if we go over this way, there is... Yeah, I knew it was too good to be true. Rah! Looks like an easy fire whirl. Ha ha ha! 5-1! New record! Ha ha ha! Oh, that feels so good! Burn, melt, evaporate, do whatever it is that your form of liquid does when you're heated up to very hot levels. Obtain the race recorder. That's what I came out here to get. If we keep going onward and backwards, Marl getting held up by our 2 HP bars. There's lots of fighting going on here. I better heal. All good. 3 of you mutants at once, and you're clumped together. Oh, it's a party. Okay, I like. Maybe now we can actually get a taste of what that rage band is like on Chrono. Yeah, there we go. He just did a counterattack right there. Then he's gonna follow up with, oh, no, another counterattack. Then he follows up with his tech, hits all 3 of them because they just barely moved in the way. Luca, you do your flamethrower. Beautiful. Give him a hot foot. Give them the opposite feeling you get when they suck your toe. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess it's just everyone's turn to have that happen to them now. Heal Luca, I guess. Counterattack, loving it so much. The fact that he's in the front, he gets that off all the time. And he just hits like a truck. It's great. 95 damage. You're almost gone. You will be gone momentarily, trust me. I'm an expert on these things. See, I kill lots of things by hitting them. You should know to take my word for it. I've been kind of thinking about things a little bit with how our equipment setup is, and I've realized that we're not quite as optimal as we could be. One thing that I would like to change is Marl. She has the ribbon. Charming hair ribbon. Gives her +2 accuracy, making her regular attack hit a little more. I don't really like that. What I'd rather have is give her the old sweaty headband now, because it is an honest-to-goodness speed-raising item. These are not common, and it's just kind of sitting there burning a hole in our inventory. We should have that on her. It'll make it so her turn comes around a lot more. We're just a lot more prepared to deal with emergency situations. It's going to be great. Now, I'm reminded of that SpongeBob bit where he's like, you want to see me run to that mountain and back? You want to see me do it again? Because Johnny is just here on the other side inexplicably. After getting the race recorder, hey, looks like you got your hands on something spiffy. That baby can record your hottest scores. Ask RXXR for the lowdown. Greetings, racing lifeforms. I am RXXR, the record keeper, and I speak using my kneecaps. I'll record your 3 highest scores. There are 2 ways you can race Johnny. Which do you prefer? We have turbo boosts available in mode number 1. That is the same rule as before. By the way, in this set of rules, it really is just as simple as move around, boost at the very end. There's no real reason for them to give you 3 turbo boosts. That's all I did to win that race. Did not do anything special. No turbo boosts means that the L and R buttons spin the camera, but of course, you don't have turbo boosts. I'm gonna go with that method. If we want to race him again, I'm gonna hold L, get the camera in front, and okay. So we now have a recorder to log our best race times, or rather race scores. As you see, the points are going up every time that we're ahead of him. Whenever we're behind, they go down then. You want to rack up as many as possible. You just want to keep bouncing off of him. You will keep slipping behind him. This rubber banding is very strong, though, but the game's kind of built around that, so it's not quite Mario Kart syndrome here. Come on. Okay, get over here. Just keep bouncing. Yeah! 1070! Not a good score, but for the first time doing it in a while, I'm pretty happy with how I performed. I'm just happy I won, because usually I lose this horribly. Jeez, that background looks really cool. Who says you can't have fun after the apocalypse? You beat me? I don't get it. Well, you can come challenge me again anytime. Where I'd like to win, baby. Impressive. That's a new high score. You've got some skills, don't you? That score was not enough to earn anything. The best tip I can offer is hold L to bring it to a 90-degree angle at the start of the race. Use this method instead of the boost one. It's a lot easier to line yourself up even without the boosts. And then just bounce off of them. $13.80. Your score is displayed in the top left in the Sonic the Hedgehog logo font. That's how you know it's a speedy minigame. For getting 1,300 points, let me slap some of these on you. Ooh, you slapped me with mid potions. Ugh. Being slapped while wet kind of hurts. In the Super Nintendo version, it tells you that it gives you 5 mid-ethers. That is erroneous. It is actually 5 mid-potions in every version. These are renewable, just so you know. If you lose, your score instantly goes down to nothing. My granny rides faster than that. Now I'm thinking about what Johnny's grandma would actually look like. I'm imagining an old lady fused with an electric wheelchair shopping cart. You know, I never noticed how much the diagonal sprite makes it look like Chrono is racing in Thomas the Tank Engine. 1, 1, 1, 1. Amazing, you are burning up the road. Take this. Having all matching numbers will give you 1 ether. On that note, getting a score of exactly 777 gives 10 mid-ethers. You can see why it would be kind of messed up if they gave you 5 mid-ethers for a higher score. Hold up, there is one other thing I want to say about this race. I was contacted very close to the release of this video by somebody on Twitter who goes by Picnicker Grace. They told me that there is a consistent strategy that's not very well documented, but does exist in a few places on the internet to consistently get 777 points to get the 10 mid-ethers. These sell for 1,000 apiece and are an excellent way to get money. To do this, you pull ahead at the beginning, you have to stay ahead for 13 whacks, fall behind, whack him 3 times in the back, and then loop around once. When you come around again, whack him in the back once, loop around, doing this 5 times in total. Whack him in the back 2 more times, loop around, 1 more time, pull ahead, win every time. It's not easy to do, but if you can consistently get the inputs right, then this is a way to get the 10 mid-ethers every time, and it's probably the best way to make money for the time being. The footage you see on screen is from a YouTuber named Lazy Waysef, who is anything but living up to their namesake because they were the only place on the entire internet I could find any video footage of this actually being done. Thank you for that. Ah, I was so close! Well, now you know I really want 1,500 points for something. No! That was such a beautiful run. It hurt to lose. That was also really good. Got all ones again. No! Yeah! 15-16! Took me about 45 minutes, but we made it. Yes! Unbelievable. You broke the 1,500 point barrier. I've only got one of these, but it's all yours. Strength Capsule. Only the first time that you score over 1,500 points. The remaining prizes that I don't care about are 2,000 points for 5 ethers and 2,300 points for 5 full ethers. The 5 full ethers just says 5 ethers in the Super Nintendo version. Due to the amount of typos in this, possibly none of the playtesters were able to get scores that high. I could believe it. I want to give myself that strength capsule. Talking like I'm Chrono. That's why they call it a role-playing game, even though technically all games are role-playing. And why not? One more for good measure. On our way back to the other end of Site 32, Johnny was originally intended to be a boss fight. He has data to be an enemy. He only has 1 regular attack, so he's not too spectacular. I could believe maybe he would jump out at you. It would look like a boss fight was about to start. And then he would maybe stop after 1 attack and tell you, hey, you know, how about we settle this like real men on the road of love or whatever. I cannot talk like a biker either. I'm just learning all the things I can't talk like. Okay. But that was what the plan was. Also, there is a beta version of Chrono Trigger that was given out to retailers in Japan to hype up the release of the game around the time the Super Nintendo version was coming out. People have found this cartridge and dissected it heavily, and the first bit of interesting trivia in it has to do with this. There was originally no bike key, but instead bike parts in the beta version. Doesn't sound like anything Luca couldn't handle where she would have fixed up the bike. And on top of that, Johnny refers to himself as the title of the Blue Comet. I kind of miss it, but it probably went because he's not blue. Blue Comet honestly sounds like a better title for this thing. You know, the thing kind of looks like a comet. I'm officially referring to the jet bike as the Blue Comet from here on out. You can't stop me. It's debatably canon, but yeah. As the final thing you'd ever want to know about this race, the perfect score is the completely sensible score of 2371. Outside, we find a whole new area to explore. There's the derelict factory. Did the computer just poop at me or something? This is an acid, much like the shadows. It's kind of bulky, it doesn't have a lot of HP, but also has a lot of defense to make up for it. That doesn't do anything. We can't go up this conveyor belt. It's going too fast for us to walk past it, okay? You have any idea how much energy that would exert? No, we can't handle that. With that being a dead end, Protodome, where we heard the next time hole is. More of these guys right off the bat. The Exterminator. They attack using electricity. I also said attack using lightning. That's not entirely true. As you can see, hurts Chrono less than it hurts Marl. There's that innate resistance coming up again. Oh, all right. That's also a proximity-based attack. Enemies have them as well. That enemy had to be close to us in order to get it off. Go ahead and whack him with the crossbow. I wish that got a kill. It's a very styling way to deal with an enemy. Chrono probably shouldn't have attacked that guy. Oh well, it's fine. We'll just shoot him a few times. Zap him right back. And, no, slash him right back. That's what I think of you hitting Luca with that. She's wearing so much metal that it conducts the electricity on her a lot harder. And then Marl's just, I don't know, maybe she's like taking on a lot of water. I don't know. Never mind. Trying to talk logic into everything is not always a good idea. Fire Whirl! So intense that we're clearing the fog around it. There's that. I'll hit you. And then that should be pretty good for us to get shocked again. I love how instantaneous Chrono's counter is, where he's just like, this is what I think of you people. Hit you, and then 2 regular attacks ought to finish them off. Zappy zappy. Deady deady. No chance for Marl to get in her attack. Okay. There's an Enertron here as well. HP and MP restored, but you're still just as hungry as before. What's this thing? I wish someone would look at me the same way she looks at a screwdriver. It's in bad shape, but it looks like a humanoid robot. Incredible! I think I can fix it. What? Fix it? What if it attacks us like the other ones? I'll make sure it won't. Robots don't attack of their own free will, you know. They only do it because humans make them that way. Luca, you really feel for them, don't you? I'd better get to work. The door won't budge. All right, that should do it. I'm gonna give it some juice. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Astley's never gonna give you up. I love it, it's so good. It sounds vaguely like it at first, and it just sounds more like it as it goes on when the horns kick in. It's so good. Sorry, okay. Memeing aside. Good morning, mistress. What is your command? I'm not your mistress. I'm Marl. This is Chrono. And that's Luca, the one who fixed you. Understood. Madam Luca restored my circuits. Just Luca will do. That manner of address could potentially cause offense. I am incapable of offensive speech. Well, some of us don't like it when people are so formal all the time. Isn't that right, Marl? Understood, Luca. Alright, so what's your name? Name? Perhaps you are referring to my serial number. My serial number is R66Y. R66Y? Cool. Cool? What are you talking about? That won't do at all. Come on, Chrono. Let's give him a better name. You are free to go against Marl's wishes and leave his name as R66Y. It does not change a thing. Everything plays out as normal. But in line with everyone else, this guy goes by Robbo. Robbo. Yes, Robbo. That's perfect. Your new name is Robbo, okay? My name is Robbo. Data storage complete. Hey, Robbo, there's something I was hoping you could... What happened here? This dome contained many humans and others like me. Oh dear, this is kind of hard to say, but I think something awful happened while you were out. I don't think anyone else is left. I see. What about yourselves? We came through a gate, a time warp from the year 1000. We learned there was a gate here when we went to Aris Dome. And then we found you when we came looking for a gate. But the door to the inner chamber is sealed shut, so it looks like we're out of luck. The dome's power has been shut off completely. The factory to the north contains an emergency power generator for this dome. I can bypass security to activate it. Shall we go there? You do that for us? You repaired me. Now it is my turn to be of assistance. However, the generator will produce power for only a short time. Someone must remain here to open the door as soon as power is restored to the dome. Marl or I can stay. Who will stay behind? Only 3 may be in a party at a time. We have Chrono, who is a jack of all trades, Marl, who's the supporter and kind of healer type, and we have Luca, who's the attacker. Robbo is, to give you a more informed decision-making process, kind of a slow, bulky guy who is capable of supporting, but he also doesn't get turns that often. I think out of everyone, maybe Marl ought to stay behind. Okay. Be careful, Chrono. I just prefer to have the extra firepower personally, and I like going fast through battles. Besides, we got tons of healing items that we haven't been using. Robbo, he has a tin arm as his attacking method. He just punches stuff. Iron Helm is optimal. Titanium Vest is very strong compared to everything we've seen before. You can see that he is the tanky kind of guy, out of 74 defense compared to Chrono's 65. And then a Guardian Bangle, which raises stamina by 2, giving him even more defense. Unfortunately, it seems like... Ooh, okay, so that ribbon that I gave to Marl is gone now. You know what? No, we're not doomed. We're not doomed. We can always talk to Marl. Finally! You can't imagine how boring it's been here! Can I take Luca's place? I can't imagine how she manages to keep up the breath to keep doing that. We can get Marl in the party, get her hopes up, only to just take the headband off of her head. And then tell her, nope, you're staying here, lady. I did this because Robbo is extremely slow at 6 speed. He's tied with Luca for the slowest we've seen. I'm thinking maybe the headband for him at the cost of 2 defense points. He could get the power glove and hit even harder when it comes around to his turn, but I think the headband is just what I'm going to prefer on him because I can't stand it whenever characters don't get turns hardly ever. I like speed. You know, actually, going back to Robbo's equipment really quick. That titanium vest is... I want to really sell how that is by far the best piece of armor that we've seen at 32 defense from one piece. You could take that off him and give it to Chrono because he's got plenty of bulk going for him already. I won't be, but that is something to consider. And, you know, just to be funny, can I take Lucas' place? No! Okay, I'll wait here. That's so sad. I just wanted to showcase that real quick. And now, probably the best piece of knowledge that I can possibly drop on you is that I can't believe I'm actually able to say this. I looked this up expecting to find nothing, but in an interview, somebody actually asked Yasunori Mitsuda in 2008 about Robbo's theme being a Rickroll. And his answer was that he had never even heard of Rick Astley until that interview. So, yep, it's a thing that's been brought up to him. Derelict Factory. He beat his chest at it. Maybe he was mating with the computer? All right, Robbo, 235 HP. Look at that. He starts with a Rocket Punch and a Cure Beam. You're kind of seeing why I preferred him to Marl in this particular situation. His punch only hits this guy for 1 damage. Yeah, any sort of physical attack doesn't really hurt all that badly. His Rocket Punch is a physical tech, so I don't want to do that either. Chrono doing the counter there. I like it. Ooh, Chrono hits for 2. That's not bad. So you can kind of get an idea of why I wanted to use Robbo instead of Marl here. I think also, if I can check Robbo's tech menu really quick, there is the fact that we can use Cure Beam outside of battle just to heal between, but he also has Laser Spin coming up. That's an attack that he's going to learn with only 4 more TP. Always check this to see if characters have a new tech coming up. Chrono and Luca don't. Robbo does. Now that we've opened the way forward, I think we're going to end things off here, and next time on Chrono Trigger, we're going to take our shiny new party member, onward to the Derelict Factory to see if we can find a way forward through the Proto Dome. See you guys then.